Morning Gamer Gaming Morning Show kicks off on this Wednesday, October 14th, 2020. Thanks for being with us wherever you may be. He is Sean, I am Ryan, and see, this is why I always wear these backwards, because otherwise all you see is a shadow over my face. There we go. All is right with the world again. Like I said, he is Sean, I am Ryan. We are one together with you on this Gaming Morning Show. It is going to be a fun day. We're excited about it. This day in gaming history coming up. We have birthdays to celebrate, so if you have a birthday you want to celebrate with us, let us know in the chat, and we will do things like say happy birthday to you, and have a great birthday. And everyone's favorite one, good job getting older.
Is that everyone's favorite one?
Everyone loves that one. You know why? Because I always say it, and no one would ever get sick of that, right? Right? That'd be insane.
I don't get sick of it.
Thanks, buddy. You're so kind to me.
Do what I can. Good morning.
Although you didn't drink seltzer with me yesterday.
That's because you didn't like us. You were like, I could come hang out, or I could do anything else, losers.
Yeah, I kind of had work last night and more work this week. But I am taking a full week off next week, which will be super fun. So I'm going to do a lot of GMS stuff over the course of that week.
Nice.
No complaints.
A day off.
You want a day off?
I'm taking a day off.
Today?
I don't work Saturday. It's my anniversary.
Oh, okay. You celebrate things like that? It's a good job staying married.
Yep. I only work 3 days this week. It's going to be fantastic.
And I'm proud of you. Everyone's proud of you.
I do what I can.
They're not going to vocalize it, but I know that they are. Deep down inside, they're proud of you.
I know they are. And, you know, that gets me through.
I got out again last night. I was pretty happy. Got another big walk in, walking up and down hills. I went by your old house.
Nice.
It's still there.
Nice.
Went up the big loop by the school, just, walking hills. I will say, though, I went to your house. I mentioned this yesterday. Your house was my first big walk. And it was a little bit better of a walk because it was a more challenging walk.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like right out the gate I have to go up a big hill, and then like coming down the stairs by the school, and then getting to your house, and then coming back up the giant. Anyway, long story short, like it's a lot more complex walk. So I think it's good that I kind of alternated, because otherwise I think my whole body would be like killing myself right now. Like, ugh, I was up to like 120 beats per minute, 128. I finally moved my heart monitor on the front of my watch because I'm sitting here like, gosh, I feel like my heart's beating a million miles an hour.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, the walk between our houses is difficult. Those stairs, brutal. I have the benefit of getting them, like if I were to walk to your house and back, I have the benefit of getting them early and getting it out of the way, because that's by far the most challenging part. And then coming back would be easy.
Walking's nice. It's
Mm-hmm.
good. It's relaxing. It frees the mind.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take the dog with me, so I didn't have to worry about the dog trying to murder people around. So that was good. That was a win.
Always a plus.
I've also been really watching Dr. Lupo's YouTube videos of Among Us, which apparently a lot of people have been, because it's funny when you get to like the next level of streamer, right? I'm getting some feedback. Can you turn me down just a touch? When you get to like that next level of streamer, then they start figuring out exactly like what works on their like their world of YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically, it's interesting because they have to try to figure out, is this video going to like register? Like, are people going to actually watch this one? And his Among Us stuff is like by and far away like his best content right now on YouTube. And I bring that up only because he's not playing Among Us all the time on his streams. He's just using a lot of the content that comes from that game to put out onto YouTube, right? And they've been great. Like yesterday, the best part about his video was he's imposter, and he's standing next to someone doing a common task, and he puts up a graphic that says trust meter, and the trust meter starts to fill, and then right as soon as the trust meter's up, just it looks exactly like the taskbar. It gets to the very top, and then he murders him. I mean, just the editing is so fun. I'm not good at editing because I don't have the patience to be good at editing. I can do a serviceable job of editing, right? But the people who are really great at editing, like they can sit there and fret over frames and make sure things are synced up, and to make like really strong content like gives a lot of hours to it, right? I love it. I love watching it. I don't think it's the thing that I'm the best at. I like live stuff where you can mess things up on the fly. Anyway, I just have been really into Among Us videos by Dr. Lupo, so I wanted to give a shout out.
That's awesome. I'm the opposite, and editing something and using the editing to tell a story is totally my jam, and I love doing that sort of stuff. If I ever had time to sit down and do it.
It's almost like we should create a partnership or something.
Right?
Weird.
So it's like I miss doing stuff like that. I haven't in a long time. And I would love to get back to it and doing it because I really enjoy editing.
I do think, though, then that bodes well for us because, for example, was it last Friday is all? I feel like it was a lot longer ago. Yeah, it was right before the interview with Reese. You played Throw Me in the River for an hour, right? Like, you could totally edit something like that and put it up on our YouTube channel and make it interesting, you know, when you have the time. So, we'll get there.
Sure.
We'll get there. It is.
I've been watching Achievement Hunter has put out a couple of Among Us videos, and what I like about their setup is they do a lot of game capture, and so they have everyone's individual game capture and audio, so you can hear them talking to themselves throughout, and so you get a lot of great timing things where like one guy like Matt will be like, oh, comms were sabotaged, I bet it's Jeremy, and then you cut to Jeremy goes, I shouldn't have done that, now Matt's gonna know it's me. You get a lot of that kind of stuff. Or the one I watched yesterday, this girl Lindsay, it was her first time playing it, but her husband was in the room with her and he's played a lot, and so she was the imposter, and someone was like, well, it can't be Lindsay, she wouldn't know how to do this and this, and then you cut to her and you hear Michael going, no, now sabotage the reactor and run over to the other side. And so she totally got away with stuff because they're like, it's definitely not Lindsay. It was just good. So those are definitely worth checking out too.
Yeah, we should post some links in the chat at some point this morning and share the stuff that we've been liking on YouTube. There's a lot of good stuff from streamers, and I think that's the best part about this world is there's some people who are really great at live, right? And they happen to get, you know, stuff on YouTube because, you know, popularity drives YouTube too. So like you want to watch the things, but at the end of the day, like they're really good at live. They just happen to put out YouTube content because that's smart. And then there's people that are like really good at YouTube content or really good at like repurposing their stuff for YouTube content. And they also kind of do live on the side. You know what I mean? Like everyone has their skill sets, and that's what I love. But it is interesting. I didn't actually think I knew that about you and the editing thing. So if that's the case, like I'm even more excited. We've talked a little bit about eventually, you know, having opportunities for internships or people to help us with the show if they're not into hosting, because we're already working on trying to bring more people into the co-host realm. And that'll be neat because then there will be someone who's really good at this and someone who's really good at this, and we'll be able to incorporate that. Man, it's real-time development. I'm so excited.
It's gonna be great. I think you know, I think once we get to the point where I'm able to notch out more time in my week to work on things like that, like it's gonna be so much fun. We're gonna be doing a lot.
Now, today is a very big day because everyone needs to grab their teddy bear. And they need to take it to work. They need to take it to school. Oh, he's got one of those teddy bears that looks like canned air. I love canned air for cleaning things. Actually, you know what? That's my can of canned air. I'll let you borrow it to fix. What are you fixing? A grandfather clock, right?
Yeah.
Sean's like hashtag mechanics expert. I mean, he just does everything. He can fix. Can you fix a grandfather clock? That's what I thought, because he can. I need that to clean out the processor in my computer. That's the whole reason why I brought it home, and I still haven't actually opened it up and cleaned out the processor. The processor's just caked with dust. It's kind of gross. Inside of computers are gross.
It's true.
Thanks for posting that. I'll have to look at that one too. But anyway, it's bring your teddy bear to work school day. So yeah, you can bring it to work, you can bring it to school, or you can bring it to work school. This will be the easiest version of this day for those who have students who are learning at home. I mean,
Right.
don't have to go very far this time. But this is the best topic I could find today. And kind of, here's something that I do like. I'm a big fan of football because football makes me feel like I'm 10 for those 3 hours on Sunday, where I don't have to, worry about being an adult. I can root and I can get upset just as I did when I was 10. I have to move on a little bit faster sometimes, unless it's the playoffs, then I need like 24 hours, whatever. But like, I like that, evoking that emotion of like something that was fun when you were a kid, and that really at the end of the day doesn't matter. Football doesn't matter on the grand scheme of things, but it makes me feel like that. And that's why I like this topic, is because it's hashtag bring your teddy bear to work school day. Specifically, if you're an adult, it says bring your teddy bear to work day. And so I guess my topic is what is it that you had as like your security go-to when you were a kid, and what is the best stuffed animal? I mean, completely objectively, right? Like, there's got to be a definitive best stuffed animal. Is it the teddy bear? I don't know. Because when I was a kid, like, I had the very much like Linus from Peanuts security blanket that I carried around for a really long time. I remember having that thing probably until I was like 11 years old or something like that. Like, it was a long time that I had that thing. I remember taking it to camp, which is like a very normal thing, right? Like, you go to camp for the first time, you needed the security blanket. I remember doing that. And I remember putting it at the end of my sleeping bag because I didn't want everybody else to know that I had my security blanket with me. But I brought it with me, damn it, and I was middle bunk because there was I didn't like 3-tier bunk beds. I got middle bunk. I remember sitting down there and having my yellow security blanket. And the funny part is, my wife and I have been together like 20 years. We've been married for like 12. And she almost has an identical, same color, same like satin ribbon around the edge. So it's just funny that I happened to end up getting married to someone who had the exact same security blanket as me. It's kind of funny.
That's awesome. So I had, when I was a baby, apparently I made a face that looked like Grumpy Bear from Care Bears. And so I have a stuffed Grumpy Bear because that was my Grumpy Bear. I also had a security blanket. Mine was, kind of the Maslin type fabric. It's really soft, that had like the baby Disney characters on it, which I feel like was a pattern that was everywhere when we were like babies and young kids. So I had that blanket, and I had it so long that it got torn to pieces. Well, when I went off to college, my mom made me a quilt, and it's a black and white music themed quilt. And in one of the squares, where she puts her logo on it and essentially signs it, inside that square is a piece of my baby blanket. So now my quilt that she made me is my de facto security baby blanket. So I always enjoy that. So that's really special to me. And, my mom's had some health issues, and when she had some health issues, put out the quilt and put it on the bed because it made me feel happy.
Gunfire.
I love the fact that we're segueing from security blankets and teddy bears into shooting people in Call of Duty, which really is a natural fit if you think about it. But let us know what your favorite security item was. It could be a teddy bear, it can be a stuffed animal, it could be a blanket. The way that your mom made that come full circle is really awesome, though.
Bingo.
Remind me to make myself a moderator in our Twitch chat so I can post links through that.
Ryan, let's calm down. Let's not be posting links all over the chat. Huh?
The things that I should get done. Yeah, that's so cool. And your mom has been so kind to even make my kids blankets. I didn't know he was up there. Damn it. I thought he was down low.
Yeah, that's for sure what she does. She likes making quilts for people, and especially like if we ever have friends that have kids, she's always willing to make them a baby quilt. That's how she shows her love.
Doesn't do it with a heavily armed battalion. Behind us.
Was screwed.
Oh
So, yeah.
no. Oh no, not first game. We're not spinning first
Did-
game.
Was it the guy up top?
No, the guy from behind.
Okay. He didn't even get the kill. God, that guy just sits up and spawn.
Yeah, he does just sit up and spawn. Holy cow.
On to the next.
Wow. So yeah, she always makes quotes for people, and she's you know, there's some people have or make quilts. That are like for decoration, and my mom is a big proponent of quilt is to be used.
We've set the tempo. Keep it up in the next round.
So we've had a few people that are like, "Oh, I'm gonna put this up on the wall," and my mom's like, "Nope, you're gonna put it on yourself to keep you warm. That's what it's for."
He's not like, coming around our back spawn. Turn around. He should be coming from you that way. Yeah, he should be. Nice work.
2 wins down. Keep up the pressure.
We do have some Dave Grohl news. The PSAT is trending, so we're going to talk about high school tests. So we have some stuff coming up still.
Put it
Well,
behind
that's
you.
something.
We've got work to do.
Did you watch? Oh, I didn't know. I didn't realize you were right behind me. That didn't work well. Did you watch anything about the new phone?
No.
This work? Yeah, he's still up there. He's over there. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around.
1 round gone. We're not dead yet.
I looked left. He wasn't there, so I
Yeah,
just...
no, he was hiding in behind that little pillar. He did the same thing to me. Yeah, so the new phone,
It's down to this round. Watch the back.
it looks just like the changes they made for the iPhone 4, where they made it a lot more like boxy looking, and then the edge is the antenna.
Objective failed. Report for deep.
So yeah, it's way more like right angled on the edge. It's more boxy looking, and then the outside is metal, and that's the antenna. And they made a whole point of being like, and we put the antenna on the outside. It's like, so it's the iPhone 4. you made the iPhone 4, which of course had the issue of the antenna. If you held it in certain places, messed up the antenna, and it would drop your call. Which I was working iPhone tech support at the time. And that's all we would get were people complaining about this, and so that's the phone that Apple had to give away free bumpers that were essentially just a case to go just around the outside to prevent people from doing that.
Where?
Huh?
Where did they have to go?
Around the outside.
Oh, around the outside. Okay. I just completely killed your train of thought. I'm very sorry.
And that was the phone that people were having those issues, and Steve Jobs came out and was like, well, you're holding the phone wrong. It's like, okay, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks. Don't hold it that way. Okay. Good fix.
You don't actually have to, by the way, join that party. It's just that it seemed with the software update that it wouldn't let me just start a PlayStation party without assigning a group to it. And so I don't know if they're trying to make it so that people are less inclined to do like their own solo party chat, so they avoid talking in game chat.
Mm-hmm.
But it wouldn't let me. It again, because we had the software update this morning for the PlayStation. He and I both had to install it right before the show, and so I haven't had a chance to mess around with it. And it's like a version 8.0, like it's like a new version update, which was interesting. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Interesting.
all right, what do we got? We got 6:24 West Coast time. We do have gaming morning gaming news coming up. We'll play one more game and then we'll get into it unless we have any hiccups loading this game. We got PlayStation Inventor making some robots. Like I said, Dave Grohl news. The PSAT was trending. So I just want to harken back to the old days of taking tests. I remember those days. You've taken exponentially more tests than I ever have.
True.
Truth. And then we got this day in gaming history and your birthdays. So be sure to put birthdays in the chat, and we will wish you a happy birthday on Bring Your Teddy Bear to Work School Day. That is a hashtag that you can search on the Twitters.
Eliminate all enemies or capture the overtime flag to win.
Capture the overtime flag to win.
Move up fire, go!
Going right.
Going right over the middle. They'll never expect it.
Did they expect it?
Yep, and I missed both. I could have killed him easily. He's left trench. He's gonna be right down that alley. Oh, you hit him twice.
That's.
Put it behind you.
I would have died if they hit me twice with that gun.
You would have died on the first one. Brutal.
Ah, so dumb.
Hey, it's right.
Shotguns.
We got throwing knives. One day that's gonna hit. I'm gonna be ecstatic. They're both on me. Someone hit me with a knife. Left trench, or yeah, left spawn. He's down the alley. Okay, he's moved. Holy cow, he really moved. That guy's not very good compared to the other guy.
No. And see how I didn't make the same shotgun mistake twice? You lost your chance, shotgun.
Hey, I
The
give you
double
credit for
pistols today.
I give you credit for trying.
He's almost dead. He has 6 health.
Complete the mission, soldier. You're the only one left.
Oh my gosh, Ryan. Oh my gosh, really?
He hit you though. You have 62. You're still good. Nice work.
2 wins down. Keep up the pressure.
I knew you had it.
Did you? I didn't think I had it. I had missed so many shots. I was like, there's no way I'm going to win this game. I've missed so many shots.
Nice work. Oh, he's on me.
Where's you?
Behind you. Behind you.
You're the last man standing.
He's probably to your. He's probably behind you now. He was like making the full loop. He's a runner. He is at 30 health.
Get the aim down!
1 round gone. We're not dead yet, are we, lads?
You should have aimed down
Ready?
sights.
Stay frosty.
Would have been better. Stupid double pistol.
Gosh, he beat me. He's middle. Yeah, he just beat me.
Let's send them home.
Gotta aim down sights with those double pistols. Which one? Which one am I gonna look down? Oh, he stunned me.
Right round. Alright, he's in the left trench. I did get the other guy though. To your right. He's like down there somewhere. He's probably crouching around somewhere.
10 seconds.
That guy's
2
weird.
wins down. Keep up the pressure.
He's either sprinting or walking around ducking. There's no in between. It's so bizarre.
I was shooting his toes off
Let's
though.
get to work.
Get
Wait, he's
aim up.
swimming.
How'd he? Oh yeah.
On to the next round. Pick
He
it up.
kind of. It wasn't like I don't know. I honestly don't even know what the head glitch is. Can you explain what? Because I hear that reference all the time.
I believe it's if you're in certain positions where you're just like peeking over something, there's a certain way it can line up where you can see over it to shoot at someone, but they can't actually hit you in the head easily.
Nice work.
That's it, lads. On to the next
Boys.
round.
Because I
Get
could see his
ready.
nameplate, but I couldn't like actually get a shot on him. And then he seemed like he had a clear line of sight, but I don't think that's what it was. I think I just suck.
They've almost had it. One more round, chaps.
Shotgun, huh? Nice work.
I just heard him. I couldn't figure out where he was though.
On to the next.
Oh, if I had only went the other way, I kind of slid to my left. If I'd gone to my
Go for the
right.
knockout.
Do, do.
Complete the mission, soldier. You're the only one left.
Nice try.
On to the next round. Pick it up.
The one who's better of the two can't decide if he wants to be up or down. He started up, jumped down, got back up. He's like all over the place.
So he had to get
Full
up
time.
to
Still alive. Keep it up.
to
Gotta get up.
but he had to get up to get down.
Got it.
Okay, one's up middle. He's dead. Nice work.
the other one's
Good
good.
victory.
That gave
Whew.
us something to think
Let me
about.
just work
Good
for it.
Good shooting. I like those shoes, by the way. I got new shoes yesterday.
What'd you get?
I got like slide-ons because I've wanted slide-ons for a while. I didn't get DCs. I think that's what you have, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I got something similar, and they're nice. And they're only to wear out here, honestly, for most of the time because I'm wearing flip-flops right now, and it's starting to get cold, and I don't think I want to wear flip-flops out here very much longer because it's only October. Imagine when it gets to December. I'm gonna get chilly. 6:32 on the West Coast, 9:32 on the East. Gaming Morning Show continues. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. This day in gaming history and birthdays coming up on the agenda. I'm going to talk about Dave Grohl in just a little bit as well. He's Sean. I am Ryan. Yeah, it's going to be a good day. We're asking you about your teddy bears. Let us know your security item from when you were a kid, or if you still have a security item too. Because that's the other thing I've noticed too is well, it may not be a security blanket. There's certain things that you have that either make you feel better or I don't know, you just always choose to wear. Like right now, I have this purple zip-up Nike thing that I got the other day, and I wore it on stream. But I wear that thing basically from the moment I leave the stream till the moment I go to bed because I love purple. It's my favorite color, and for some reason during the pandemic, that thing's been making me feel better. So I've been wearing that quite a bit. Yeah, we're asking you about how it brightens up your day, those kind of things. And for your kiddos, too, if you have any kiddos, if they're going to celebrate Bring Your Teddy Bear to Work School Day. Because work and school, aren't they just the same thing now? Man, let's get an update. It's time to head to the newsroom to get the latest headlines from hashtag Video Game Expert. Here's Sean.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday, October 14th, 2020. This is your Gaming Morning Show morning gaming news. First up, last minute update we put in here. The PlayStation 4 system software updated. That's a 8.00. So brand new version. So I wanted to go through some of the changes. Nothing too big, but there are a few small things. First one that we have already experienced is there's an update to the way parties and messages are functioning. It says here, this is directly from the blog, PlayStation blog from Sid Schumann. Says party and messages will be more tightly linked together, and you will see changes to the UI. Both apps will now use the same groups of players for party voice chats and messages message exchanges instead of having different groups set up across the two apps. So now you can start a party chat or send a message to the group you've previously chatted with across PlayStation 4 as well as PlayStation 5 when it launches. So that makes sense. So now you can just have a group and you can have party chat and party messages.
But I have a one-person group, so why do I want a group? I have you. I just need you.
I don't want to join your group.
If I can't have you, I don't want nobody, baby. If I can't have you,
That's our new theme song.
That's how we get between segments of GMS morning gaming news. Is that sounder? That would get so annoying.
There's also new avatars. You can now mute all mics from the quick menu, which I think people were asking for that because there were situations where if you had multiple mics and then you muted one rather than just muting you, it would just switch from the one you're using to the other one you have, and then you'd have to go mute that one, and heaven forbid you had 3, then you'd have to go mute the third one. So now you can just mute all mics with one command. They also simplified and improved the parental controls. They added an enhanced 2-step verification. They removed event creation and private community creation. So as of this update, you'll no longer be able to create events or access existing events created by other users. So that was apparently a feature that they didn't want to be around anymore. So that's going away. And then they made some updates to the Remote Play app on mobile and PC. I don't know if anyone uses that. I tried once. It was awful. It was so blurry. I couldn't make anything out. So, next news story, because we're all concerned with backwards compatibility, because that's all I can find every day is more stories about PlayStation 5 backwards compatibility. Now, from an update from Harmonix, and this is a report by Liana Rupert of Game Informer, we now know that Rock Band 4 and all of its DLC and all of its instruments will work on next-gen consoles.
That's actually pretty exciting, because those seem like, you know, because you talked about yesterday the PlayStation 5 camera being of a better quality, plus there's an adapter to make your old one work. Like, that's cool. But when you have to replace all the peripherals for Rock Band, that would kind of be a pain.
That would be a pain for sure. So, and there's a whole list in the article that we'll link in chat of all the different ones, and it's including like some of the third-party ones, like all the Mad Catz guitars and drums and stuff like that also work. So check that list out if you are still playing Rock Band. Also, if you're still playing Rock Band, come over and play Rock Band. That sounds fun.
I love that game.
It's so much fun. We should definitely pull some sort of Rock Band out again. Last story: Call of Duty COD Bakba finished up its first round of beta on the PlayStation 4 this last weekend, and then they announced some changes and tweaks that they've made to the game that we'll see in the next round of beta, including there was apparently the Duster Stock attachment lets you slide way faster than they intended, so they tuned that down so you're not sliding at hyperspeed around the map. They also increased the cooldown of the spy plane to help limit their numbers in the sky, which is good because it seems like there was just always a spy plane. When we were playing multiplayer, it was just like, oh, you might as well just show both teams on the map because there's always a spy plane up. They also increased the team deathmatch score from 75 to 100, just to improve some of the match pacing. And they tweaked some of the damage for some of the weapons. They fixed a bunch of bugs. There were a lot of crashes for various things, including like the gunboat could be beached for too long and then crash the game. So stuff like that's not ideal. They added the VIP escort to the featured playlist, which I believe is a sign that that'll probably be part of the next round of beta, that we'll get to check out that game mode. So that'll be cool. And then they adjusted conditions for joining in progress games because people were joining matches like just as it was about to end. So they fixed that. So there'll be a limit to where you can't join the match anymore, which will be good.
You get a spy plane, and you get a spy plane, and you get a spy plane.
It is a little ridiculous. So that should be better. And then, of course, the next round of beta starts this coming weekend, right?
I think that's
No
what you said
doubting
earlier.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's this coming, and I think it's the same sort of thing that it'll go live Friday, and then it'll last until like Monday. So check it out this weekend. And this is for all systems. So if you're not on PlayStation, you'll get your chance at placing COD Bachler this week. And always last but never least, we finish off today's Gaming Morning Show morning gaming news with the world-renowned segment within a segment. This is what is out today.
What is out today? I don't know. That would
We
sound kind of cool.
have an interesting list today. There was no standout for name of the morning, so I did pick one, but there were a few that were like, I could justify a bunch of these. So we have Partisans 1941 out on PC. We have Cook Serve Delicious 3 out on Xbox One and Switch.
It's a really question mark.
It's a question mark exclamation point. Cook Serve Delicious 3. And the reason I didn't pick that is I looked it up to make sure it wasn't a typo, and it's not. It is question mark exclamation point. But this is one of those games that has been out on other platforms since like January, and now it's just making its way to Xbox One. And anytime I find that out, I'm always like, I don't want to pick you for Vigil: The Longest Night out on Switch and PC. Shadow Gangs out on Xbox One. Oni Chanbara Origin out on PS4 and PC. Biscuits 3 out on PC, which just makes me want to go to Biscuits.
Oh, Miss Biscuits.
Burger Joint out on PC. Plague MD out on PC and Mac. And Battle Bustle out on PC.
I read that other one as Plaque.
Baking Bustle.
No, I read it as Plaque MD. And I was like,
Plaque
is
MD.
it a dentistry game? But would that'd be Plaque DND? What's a dentist?
It's like DDM.
Oh, is it okay? DMD maybe? No, that wouldn't
yeah.
be MD. I don't think it's MD. What's the abbreviation for dentist? DDS. There it is. DDS.
And for the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's name of the morning goes to Return One Way Trip. RE colon turn One Way Trip. And the reason it's on Xbox One and PC. So the reason I picked this is so if it was Return One Way Trip, that already doesn't make sense because a one-way trip implies there is no return. And breaking it up as like regarding turn one way, that just doesn't make any sense. I don't know what this title's getting at. Is turn a name? Regarding turn, one way trip. I don't know.
I just like the hyphen between return, one-way trip.
There's a lot of mysteries here.
This is from Green Man Gaming, and we just retweeted it at WatchGMS because this is their day of launching on the Xbox. And Return One Way Trip looks like a horror movie show. Oh, I think you don't want to know these things. I'm sorry. It's a 2D side-scrolling puzzle adventure horror game. But it is so well titled because Return One Way Trip also, I think, is like something that's common in travel, right? Like we're giving you a return one-way trip, like you're returning on a one-way trip. No, that wouldn't make any sense because it would otherwise just be a one-way trip. I love it. This is great.
Eliminate all enemies or capture the
Mysteries.
overtime.
I'm happy we just solved everything. So, all right, congratulations to Return One-Way Trip out today on Xbox One. You can get it for PC as well. It is our name of the morning, now eligible for the prestigious Name of the Month award at some point. Oh, you killed him. I was like, I know he's back here.
Middle.
Nice work.
That's the way. On to the next round.
Someday I will fire my weapon.
Or throw a knife.
I'm not scared.
Return.
Oh, no. I had definitely thrown my knife. I was trying to get that long distance knife kill. he's right over in the middle. He just popped up. Went left. That guy's in front of you. Nice try. Good
On
patience.
to the next round. Pick it up.
Boom.
Gucci bucket
Get this
hat.
done.
Is that his name?
Yeah. Gucci bucket hat.
Coming this fall. He's back left. Celebratory
Taking the
Molotov.
advantage. Make sure we keep
Boom.
it.
That's what Molotovs sound like now. Boom.
Oh, it just was there right at the very end of the kill cam. It's too bad. It's always cooler when it shows up in flames like a Michael Bay movie. Oh, they're both on me.
Oh, I almost got with my fists. He's at 25. What was he looking for?
Well, I stunned him
He was
over
convinced
there.
you were gonna go that way.
I really thought he was in the crate though, so if he had been looking that other way, I was doomed.
I'm gonna go right up the middle. It worked out though.
Did one quit?
Three up,
Well,
three
they were
down.
both
Keep
AFK,
going.
so
You're still in the newsroom. Could you come back, please?
but what if I had more news?
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. Another one looks AFK again. Nope, he's moving. Oh, he got me. That shotgun. So fun.
Making us fight for it.
So
Keep
dumb.
at 'em.
No, I said fun. Fun.
Dumb. Yeah, yeah.
No,
I
I
agree.
said,
It's
that
dumb.
shotgun is so fun.
It is. Yeah, it is dumb.
No, fun. Fun.
We're on the same page. Ooh. One's in the middle.
Oh no, I ran out of ammo.
Take a break. We're going back.
I saw him run, and I was like, "Oh, just shoot him through the six." So I went to fire, and it ran out of ammo right there.
Gucci bucket hat.
4-3. I feel like this should be 7-0.
Man standing.
100 up.
Oh Jesus! Thank you. I was like, I hope he goes that way. That's the only thing that could have
Yep.
let me win that. I was
for sure.
screwed.
That was not the
Match point.
biggest
Another round and we got it.
IQ play on his part.
Go right.
I'm going right. Oh, the other one's back.
Oh, you died. Damn it. I thought you were still alive, so I was putting suppressive fire down. Yeah, I also thought he was behind that little wood thing to his bottom left there. So,
Match point. Another round and we got him.
Alright, I'm going up the middle.
okay, me too. Oh, he hit me hard. Oh, they're both left. No, one's left, excuse me. Okay, other one should be back there. You see him. Nice try.
One round gone. We're not dead yet, are we, lads?
Lame.
They kind of split that time. Alright, I think I'm gonna hang back for a second and kind of see where they're going.
We took that round. We could take this one. Let's push.
Okay, one's back right. Oh, they're both back there, I think. Yep, they're both on my side. 25 between the two. 100 over 11.
10 seconds.
Nice work.
Who down?
Good comms. What teamwork.
We did it.
We did it. Nice shots.
Thank you.
Shot. Everybody. It is now 6:50 West Coast Time Gaming Morning Show on a Wednesday, October 14th, 2020. Thanks for being with us. He is Sean. I am Ryan. It is time for this day in gaming history and celebrity birthdays. Your birthdays as well. Where do we put those again? Where did those go? They go over there. No, they go over there. That's where they go. They go in the chat. Over there. Here! A couple of birthdays to celebrate. Didn't we have you? We had Hugh Jackman the other day. That was good. I like Hugh Jackman. Sorry. Still stuck on him. Usher Raymond turns 42 today. Are you familiar who Usher Raymond is?
I've heard the name.
I actually didn't know that his last name was Raymond. I also don't think I knew that his actual first name was Usher. I thought that was just like I assume Pink's real first name isn't Pink, right? Like I thought that he just went by Usher, so I didn't realize that was actually his first name. Let's see. He was first in a film in the debut film that he made, which was his debut, called The Faculty. Do you remember The Faculty?
No.
It was like an alien takeover thriller horror type
It's like
teen
in
movie.
a school or something.
Yeah, it was like the faculty of the school. No, I just
God,
remember like they were aliens that were taking over, and like the school teachers were actually all aliens or something like that.
Gotcha. I feel like I watched that passively, like it was on when I was hanging out somewhere or something. Because now that you say that, it does sound familiar.
I want to say that might have been a Jordana Brewster movie, which she's thumbs up for me. 1998 sound about right? 98 for The Faculty.
98.
Am well, really?
98. Yeah.
Oh, I am so smart.
Had yep, Jordana Brewster.
Yes.
Also had Usher's in there. Elijah Wood. was
Oh
in it.
gosh, yeah, that's right. So Elijah and Tobey Maguire are kind of in the same pack for me. Not a big fan of either of theirs. That makes sense. Yeah. Man, I can't believe I had 98. So maybe apparently like B 90s movies. That's my wheelhouse. I got your back. Except for Independence Day. That's the greatest movie of all time. Stacy Keibler turns 41. I think she is a former wrestler, if I remember right. Could be completely wrong on that. Skylar Shea turns 34 today. And then Jay Farrow, formerly of Saturday Night Live, 33 today. I really liked him. I watched a skit. This is the best part about following channels on YouTube, too, is occasionally you'll get something from like 6 years ago on your feed randomly when it's like, you haven't watched any of their content, or you've watched all of their new content, but here's like an old one. And it was a Jennifer Lawrence hosted SNL probably 6 years ago, 5 years ago. It was right during the end of the Hunger Games. And they did a bit where after the Hunger Games, they hold a press conference like you would at the end of a championship game or something like that. And Jay Farrow asked this question. He's like, yeah, there's been some rumors of performance-enhancing drugs. Katniss, are you taking performance-enhancing drugs? She's like, no, I would never. And then they have another guy playing Peeta, not Josh Hutcherson, but actually like one of the SNL cast members. Like, yeah, and Peeta, are you taking performance-reducing drugs? And they cut back to the podium, and Jennifer Lawrence is laughing, and then she stops. Like, she's just like, because she's not supposed to make fun of Peeta. Oh my gosh, it was such a good skit. I'll have to link that one too once I make myself a moderator. Did you know Ralph Lauren is still alive?
No.
I would have guessed that he was not. Because the other day my daughter brought up Coco Chanel, and apparently she's dead, which I didn't know. But I don't know anything about that world for the most part.
Same.
Anyway, Ralph is 81 today. Dwight Eisenhower had a birthday on this day. Roger Moore, the actor, had a birthday on this day. Let's see. The youngest person on this list is 32 years old. Max Thurot is 32. Let's see. Shaznay Lewis from All Saints is 45. Justin Hayward of the Moody Blues is 74. Moody Blues was some common ground between you and the mother-in-law. Or at least I know your mother-in-law is into it. Because I'm in the Moody Blues. But is that a vinyl that you guys have at the house?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Do you like the Moody Blues?
It's okay.
Man, you're missing the boat.
I wouldn't turn it off.
So yeah, there's celebrity birthdays. Checking the chat. I don't see anyone in the chat. So, happy birthday to everybody celebrating a birthday on October 14th, 2020. This day in gaming history, 1999, Sega released the Dreamcast in the UK and Europe. I wonder why they take... I feel like we've had a lot of Dreamcast days this day in gaming histories. And I wonder what makes a system, like, how do they design their trickle-down schedule? Because I swear we've already celebrated the release of the Dreamcast. I could be making that up. I mean, it could have been...
It could have been other countries.
That's what I mean, but like, how do they design that? Like, are they going to put it out in the U.S. and then, like, a week later it goes... Like, I figured they'd release it in a lot of places the same day.
And that's how it is now. But I think back in the day, just with the logistics of getting things places and manufacturing enough to get them there on the same day, I feel like game releases and console releases historically were very regionalized. And I have to imagine it was just due to supply and shipping.
In 03, Sony released Jack 2 for the PlayStation 2. Same year...
Sequel to Jack.
I hope so. Otherwise, someone screwed up in the naming office.
That's you.
Where'd this guy go? Oh, they're right there. They're both just sitting there. Holy cow. I already had looked down that alley and there was nothing.
They both just popped out.
That was kind of crazy. Did they look like gophers?
I was shooting at the guy far away, not looking at us, because that's useful.
Because I'd hit that one closest to us with a grenade. Good cover. You guys are doing a good job with your cover. Nice work. Nice work.
Colty's in chat. When he was really young, his security item growing up was his My Pet Monster. Maybe a little weird, but he loved that.
Oh, dude, no.
Check that out.
No, My Pet Monsters were bomb. Yeah, so that was on the heels of My Buddy, which, if you remember, was the reason that Chucky scared me.
Reloading. They're both over there. Nice work. Took a lot of health out of them for you.
Yeah, so it's probably the same manufacturer, but I remember the My Pet Monster, right, was the one that I think it even came with, like, plastic, like, chain links to, keep it, restrained, because the monster, it was really colorful, too, if I remember right. It was, like, blue
awesome.
and green. Yeah, My Pet Monster was pretty bomb. Left stairs. Nice work. That's the same way I beat them on the other side. We're cracked! Yeah, no, it's not weird at all, Culty. That thing was awesome. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, like, my kids have latched on to, my daughter broke her arm when she was in kindergarten, and one of my friends sent her a,
Nice work.
It's all up to you now.
100
The
up.
squad's counting on you.
oh, that's Stim.
200 up.
He's gonna be behind me.
10 seconds.
Yep. He's gonna be behind me.
Take it off. Focus on
I bet he was hiding behind that column. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So my kid, she's latched onto this dog that she had a broken arm when she was in kindergarten, and then my son has actually kind of taken to this green dinosaur or orange dinosaur that we got last Christmas. He's left spawn.
We're losing ground. Let's take it back.
Yeah. Pet monster, kid sister, my buddy and me.
The things
do
kids
this.
get attached to is kind of entertaining. Because sometimes it makes sense. Both my kids have
They're both on my side.
blankies. They both have blankies. They both have snuggle buddies.
That's it, lads. On to the next
But then
round. Get
occasionally
ready.
it'll be like this random stuffed animal that we just found somewhere, and they're like, "Oh, this is really special now," and that'll last like a week. Or worse, it'll be like a toy that probably shouldn't be cuddled in bed, like a big plastic something.
Ah.
Nice try. He was at 9.
Pick it up.
You
Well,
almost
because
had
what
him.
happened was I chased the one guy down that killed you, and then I saw him cutting through, and I just couldn't swing around fast enough. Popples were badass too, Culty. Which I remember having popples when I was a kid. Like they would kind of tuck into themselves and be like a soccer ball or a football. Back right spawn.
And right stairs.
You're the last one. Watch your
100 to 74.
Oh, he's behind. Nope, he's in front of me. Well, he was kind of behind me and in front of me. I was hoping he was still in that spawn, so I was gonna throw that grenade at him. Yeah. Well, to your point too, like as parents, especially first kid, you're super jacked. You're gonna get the perfect snuggle buddy and all this stuff, and then you try to replicate that with subsequent children. And then they find like a $4 thing out of a claw machine, at Target, and all of a sudden they love that. You have 1 health. Good luck.
Yeah. That was smooth.
Screwed.
If
Yeah,
I
no.
got that grenade off, however, that guy was dead.
Popples are awesome. I'm a big fan of Popples. You should find that and put that in the chat too, because you still have moderate. Well, you're not. you probably aren't a moderator, to be honest. I probably should do that too. It is 7:02 West Coast time, 10:02. Sean has to run, but before he does, I do want to share that thing I had about Dave Grohl, because it's not new news, but it was trending this morning on Twitter because the LA Times had featured her. Nandi Bushell or Bushell, I have to check the pronunciation. She's that cool 10-year-old kiddo who's been doing a drum battle with Dave Grohl, and I know I've shown you the video. I'm curious anyone in chat who's seen it, but man, it's been awesome because Dave Grohl made like a rock video and specifically sent it to Nandi because she has been focused on drumming like Dave Grohl.
It was awesome.
And you just being a musician, like I was like, he's gonna love this because anything that like inspires kids to thrive in music, I have to imagine kind of gets your attention.
Yeah, she's fantastic. And beyond technical skill, she has the attitude and she just gets into it, which is there's always a fine line between like when you're, especially drums, because you can emote so much when you're playing drums, of getting into it too much where it looks like you're disingenuine. She never hits that point because you can tell it's just all stemming from pure joy of playing and getting into the music. So yeah, she's fun to watch, and not to mention she's what, like 10,
Mhm.
11?
10.
And she's great. And there's always the caveat of like, yeah, she's great for 10 or 11, but she's really good. And you can tell if she keeps playing, she's going to be a pretty stellar drummer as she matures.
Yeah, it looks like she has in this LA Times article a couple of guitars, or like I guitar and a bass. I don't know the difference, to be quite honest with you, but yeah, it says this is a tweet from the LA Times. Super talented 10-year-old who has been in commercials, booked endorsement deals, and rocked out with Lenny Kravitz. And apparently that might have all happened before she had done the drum battle with Dave Grohl. So check it out. We just linked it in the chat. But I wanted to bring that up. I still will tell you about the PlayStation guy making robots, and we'll talk about the PSATs and old tests and stuff like that, even though I should have done that before you have to leave because you're the guy who's taken 13 tests. So I'll bring that up in the 8 o'clock hour. Maybe you can put something in the chat. Happy Wednesday.
Sure. Likewise.
Hump
Every go to work.
day. Is that something they say anymore? No? Maybe?
I mean, you just said it.
That's
so
right. Since
kind
I
of.
said it, it's real. All right, we're going to take a coffee break. Goodbye, Sean.
See you.
We'll come back with more Gaming Morning Show. Next hour, top 10 facts about the real Christopher Robin. Since, Winnie the Pooh is a very popular and fictional stuffed animal. I don't know, maybe he's a real stuffed animal for all I know. But I don't think he's a real bear. I don't think he's really eating honey in the 100-acre wood or whatever. We'll bring you 10 facts about the real Christopher Robin. We'll give you our Gaming Morning Show morning gaming news renews, including our name of the morning. We got sports coming up later in the show as well. Let us know what you want to talk about as well in the chat. 7:05 West Coast time, 10:05 on the East. I am Ryan. It's Wednesday, October 14th, 2020. More Gaming Morning Show coming up in just a bit. Thanks for being with us.
I'm caught inside your endless sea, falling fast into the deep. Surrender, won't be sound asleep.
Morning Gamer Gaming Morning Show continues. 7:12 West Coast time, 10:12 on the East. Wednesday, October 14th, 2020. Thanks for being with us wherever you may be. I am Ryan. Sean had to run, but we'll bring him back hopefully in the 8 o'clock hour, either via the Discord or just through chat. Because the PSAT is trending. Apparently there's thousands of high school students getting set to take the PSAT. I don't remember what that test was, which is why I wanted to have Sean here, because he's taken about 400, excuse me, yeah, the burps, 400 more tests than I have. I remember, the only test I remember taking in high school of, well, it's not of significance, because I imagine some of these tests were actually significant, but I remember taking the ASVAB, which I think is a military test, because all that happened was, like, I got done taking that test, and then I got about 400 phone calls from recruiters, and I remember one took me to lunch, and he was this reminds me of, like, a couple of things in terms of, you know, just being like, well, yeah, being agreeable, I guess, is this guy calls me up, he's like, hey, do you want to have lunch at the local cafe? I'd like to talk to you about your future. But yeah, lunch would be free. And I'm like, well, yeah, sure. If you're going to buy free lunch, I'll absolutely meet with you. I had no intention of signing on. But if you're going to pay for free lunch, I'm absolutely going to come hang out with you for an hour. And then we went to a breakfast spot. It was, I think, shortly after college. And it was in Eugene, where we went to college, hence the duck stuff. And it's a really great place. I don't know if I've mentioned this on stream yet. I'm a big Biscuits fan, and well, we even brought that up with the Biscuits in one of the possible name of the morning titles today. I love biscuits. It's my favorite, one of my favorite carbs, and I only want to call it a breakfast food because I like biscuit sandwiches, you know, anything that has a biscuit. I'm a big fan. So I went to this one breakfast place, and they were giving a biscuit on the side or whatever, and it comes out and it's like maybe got a third of a millimeter touching the gravy that's on the plate, and the waitress was like, oh my gosh, your biscuit is touching the gravy, do you want another biscuit? I was like, yes I do. And I was not upset in the least that the biscuit was touching the gravy. It wasn't even like biscuits gravy or anything like that, right? It was just this question of like, would you like it? Yeah, I would like another biscuit. So I got another biscuit. Yes, please. The Crown is coming out. Season 4 trailer puts Prince Charles and Princess Diana in the spotlight. This according to Eli Countryman of Variety. I talked about this yesterday too. Like, I don't watch a ton of episodic TV. I have been interested in The Crown. I don't know why. But we're already to season 4. I'm so behind. I'd have to binge it. And isn't the Crown like a hour long? I don't picture it as being like a Brooklyn Nine-Nine with 22-minute episodes, right? If I get up to Seattle, you have to try Biscuit Bitch. But yeah, on board. There's a place in Portland called Pine State Biscuits, and I think they were featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives from Food Network. That place makes ridiculously good chicken biscuit sandwiches. Oh, and they have this thing called Cheerwine. Pine State's based out of Portland, or it's in Portland, Oregon, but it's two brothers from North Carolina. I don't remember the origin exactly, but Pine State, I believe, is the nickname of North Carolina. And there's a place called Salisbury, North Carolina. It's about an hour and a half north of Charlotte, maybe a half hour north of Charlotte, probably, actually. And they have this thing called Cheerwine, and it's like this really sweet cherry soda. It is so good, and they have it at this place in Portland. Wasteful Hoff Brew, good morning. It's good to see you, my man. Wasteful. The free lunch is wasteful? I politely disagree. Do you remember any of the tests that we had to take in high school? Like, I remember there was some standardized testing, like in grade school and middle school. I grew up in Montana, and so I think naturally it was called Iowa Basics or something like that. I'm throwing names out there. I don't remember what it's called. Hey, yeah, we got consensus on Biscuit Bitch. All right. I actually had contemplated going up to Seattle this summer before the pandemic, just because we haven't done a ton of non-family related traveling together as a family. And in reality, like, Seattle's not hard to get to from where we live in Oregon, and so it would have been kind of fun to kind of go up there and explore. I'd like to watch Mariners baseball. My kids are both into baseball games. No, Hofbrew, I think that's the worst part about the restream is, here's what we can do to test the lag, right? So I have my stopwatch pulled up, okay? Because I would like to actually quantify exactly what the lag is on Twitch. Here we go. And Calty, since you're on Twitch too, if you're able to do this, that would be huge just for our testing purposes. I'm going to say a word, and as soon as I tell you to type the word in chat, I want you to type the word. The word is bird. Type bird. All right, I'm running the timer. I'm not going to say anything just to not confuse people. Let's sip my coffee. Oh, well, it's like a 7-second delay, Hofbrew. It's not bad at all. Yeah, you're right there. Oh yeah, we're less than 15 seconds. Okay, that's good. I imagine the one thing that could happen is, since we're a 3-hour show, if you join in the 6 o'clock, and you end up being around for like Google Feud around 8:20, if we don't have a guest, then that could be where for sure. We're sure that it might be worth refreshing. Actually, every coffee break is when people should refresh. That'd probably be the smartest. Anyway, so I don't remember any tests that we had to take in high school. The biscuit was not wasteful because I ate it. It's not wasteful because I ate it. If you eat all of the food, it's not wasteful. It's just overeating at that point, which is kind of what I'm doing to these donuts we got the other day at the pumpkin patch. Yikes. Yeah, so I don't know if you were both here, but we went to a pumpkin patch and pulled into the parking lot. We're like, we're not getting out of this car because there were way too many people at the pumpkin patch. So we went down to the road to another pumpkin patch, and there was one car in the driveway. We had a pumpkin patch to ourselves, and that's the way to do a pumpkin patch during a pandemic, even though you don't need a pumpkin patch because pumpkin patches are overrated. Just saying. Oh yeah, no, it was, I ate an additional biscuit because the waitress, I think, thought that like I was gonna be upset that the biscuit had slid into the gravy when I'm not having, like, I don't remember what it was on my plate, but it slid into something. She's like, oh my gosh, it's touching the something. You clearly need another biscuit because that one's tainted. And I was like, yeah, absolutely, I'll take another biscuit, but I ate both. Yeah, so it wasn't wasteful in that respect. Otherwise, yeah, I wouldn't have done that because that would have been wasting food. It was delicious, though, and it went in my belly, and that's important. So, it just saw it flash in the chat, which made me think to remind you today is Bring Your Teddy Bear to Work School Day. I did tell my daughter that she can now go on virtual school today with her teddy bear. Or in her case, it's a dog, and she can be like, I was told that today is Bring Your Teddy Bear to Work School Day on the ultra popular gaming morning show, so I'm gonna have her plug the show in the middle of her school. But yeah, that's what today is. So we're asking you, what is or was your go-to security item, and what is the best stuffed animal? Calty brought up My Pet Monster, which was pretty awesome. Like, that was a really cool toy. I never had one. I would have taken one. I really wish I had that instead of the My Buddy doll, because the My Buddy doll was terrifying, especially after Child's Play came out, because then that's all we associated with was the My Buddy doll was wearing the same outfit as Chucky, which, clearly whoever made Child's Play knew what they were doing. There was My Kid Sister, and I think they made My Pet Monster. I don't know if that was the order, but My Pet Monster was awesome. I did like Popples. I had a Popple. I think it was a football Popple, but I don't know what ever happened to it. And there's a lot of stuff from my childhood that I know is in a box somewhere, either at my dad's house or that I've taken. But on a lot of the like memorabilia things, I've only really kept stuff from, Broncos land, right? So anyway, that's what our topic of the day is. I talked about my yellow security blanket, though. I brought that to camp for sure. That actually got me through my first summer. Well, it was a week-long camp. I love that thing. It had like satin on the outside. I remember specifically, it was like a knit, interior, and then it had a satin border. It was yellow, and I remember sucking on the satin like all the time. I don't remember why, but I don't remember mine. Maybe a blanket. Yeah, but that's just, if you don't remember when it comes to like security items when you were a kid, yeah, just say a blanket, because most people, I think, start at least in some way with a blanket. I did like Sean's though. If you missed what he said, his mom is good at the quilting, and so she took an old blanket of his and made it a part of a quilt that she made him for college, which I thought was kind of cool. All right, we got PlayStation news coming up in terms of someone making a switch from video games to robots. The Crown, if you watch The Crown, let me know why I should watch The Crown. I'm interested in that. And then I'll tell you more about Dave Grohl and Nandi, because that is a topic that has reached the LA Times at this point. A gaming morning show, morning gaming news, re-news coming up at the end of this hour. Sports next hour. If you didn't see it, though, I will say the Titans demolished the Bills last night. I didn't see it. I wasn't able to watch it last night, but I guess it was just a major ass kicking. And I do feel bad for the Bills, both because I'm a Bills apologist and a Bills, like, I have a soft spot for the Bills. But also, the Titans made that game get delayed because of the coronavirus stuff, and then they demolished them. And we're like, all we need is one practice. And I'm like, come on, guys, just acknowledge the fact that, like, you kind of screwed up the whole NFL schedule because you couldn't handle the coronavirus in your facility. If they weren't the only team that has had widespread problems, then I wouldn't be so hard on them, because this is already kind of crazy trying to play a football season in the middle of a pandemic. But I mean, the Titans have had by and large the majority of the positive tests, and seeming like it couldn't get under control quickly. Although I still don't understand how the Titans were even playing, because the disconnect I have is I don't understand. I thought you're supposed to like quarantine for 14 days, or there has to be enough negative tests. Like, it seems like these games are being played too shortly after a positive test, but that's where Sean is much smarter at this stuff than me. So if it was the blanket, it was a pillow blanket. Ooh, pillow blankets. I mean, that's smart too. And this is something I'm realizing on the parent side of things, right? Like, anything that helps me load less crap into the car, I'm on board for. It's already 7:25, so I'm going to get into our top 10 list, and then I might play some games. I had a little bit longer of a coffee break. I just did tweet out the clip this morning of us talking about The Faculty and me remembering 90s movies off the top of my head. So if you do need a 90s B-movie recollected, apparently I am your guy. Am I hashtag 90s B-movie expert? That's right. Make that trend. All right, my top 10 list this morning is from Listverse, and this is top 10 facts about the real Christopher Robin behind the Winnie the Pooh series. And because it is hashtag bring your teddy bear to work school day. Sorry, I keep messing with my nose. It itches. I figure Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh, definitely one of the most famous kid-bear combos all time. We could do a top 10 best kid-bear combos, because I think there might just be the one. 10 facts about the real Christopher Robin behind Winnie the Pooh. This is from Listverse and Mark Oliver. Number 10, his parents dressed him up as a girl. I don't know if that's even something you can do. The Milneys wanted a girl. They were going to name her Rosemary, and right up until August 21st, the day Christopher Robin was born, they were sure that they were going to have a girl. Quote, "We did rather want a Rosemary," A.A. Milne wrote to a friend just a few days after his son's birth, "but I expect we shall be just as happy with this gentleman." All right, well, number 10's stupid. Let's go to number 9. He was all but ignored by his father. Wow, this is a very dark list already. I mean, I expected, we're talking children's character. Figured there'd be some good stuff instead. Yeah. Let's see. He once told an interviewer, "I am not inordinately fond of children. Then one becomes for a moment over a puppy or a kitten." Okay. That's depressing. Number 8, his father based Christopher Robin on what other people told him. A. Milne got the idea of Winnie the Pooh from talking to his wife. His mother would tell his father fanciful stories about how he'd played with his bear, and the stories burst of fantasy into the author's mind. Yeah, this really did. Thank you, Culty. Like, I did not expect this to go down the author of Winnie the Pooh was pretty unfond of his son. At number 7, his parents made him the face of a publicity campaign at age 7. Winnie the Pooh was an instant success, and so by the time Christopher Robin turned 7, a book starring him as the hero was in the hands of nearly every child in the English-speaking world. A. Milne was a sensation, but nowhere near as popular as his son. Milne noticed almost immediately that swarms of fans who came out to see him were nowhere near as interested in him as they were with his son. Well, take that. Apparently they were more interested in your son than you. That's rough. His fame got him bullied and beaten up. That's sad. Actually, and that's a good segue. Probably Hofbrew. That's probably true. That's a good segue because in addition to being National Bring Your Teddy Bear to Work School Day, it is also National Stop Bullying Day, which I will try to find a link to and put it in the chat. So since that's some good that can come out of what is so far a really depressing top 10 list. He was bullied, beaten up by his classmates. One boy got his hands on an audio book Christopher Robin had recorded and played it on a gramophone every time he came near, snickering all the way through. Well, Christopher Robin had an audiobook? Back in what? When was this? When was this kid alive? What the hell? I would have been like, yeah, I got an audiobook. Bam. Okay, anything good on this list? If not, I'm just going to skip it. He grew to dislike his father, number 5. He married his first cousin, number 4. His daughter was born with cerebral palsy. Number 2, his mother refused to look at him, even on her deathbed. Number 1, he gave away Winnie the Pooh. Who screened this list? Oh yeah, it was me, and I don't screen the list because we try to do as much as we can in little time. Wow. If there has ever been a Debbie Downer skit, this is it. Wow. I'm going to read the last one because I feel like him giving away Winnie the Pooh was the least troubling part of this poor kid's life. Wow. Are you going to be able to watch Winnie the Pooh the same way now? I don't think... I mean, like, Eeyore is more of the embodiment of apparently Christopher Robin's life than Winnie the Pooh. Here's number 1. He gave away Winnie the Pooh. After leaving his parents' house, Christopher Robin never held the stuffed bear that inspired Winnie the Pooh again. He left it with his father. Christopher Robin grew up, got married, and gave it to his publisher, E.P. Dutton. 40 years later, Dutton gave Christopher the chance to take the bear back. Christopher Robin refused. He encouraged to donate it to the New York Public Library. For millions of fans of his father's books, it seemed like a tragedy. He was the real Christopher Robin, and he was saying that he wanted nothing to do with the real Winnie the Pooh. Fame, said Christopher Robin, has nothing to do with love. That is about as best way as I could go ahead and round out this top 10 list. Wah, wah. That was awful. I'm not even going to post that list in the chat. That was awful. Happy Wednesday. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that took an incredibly weird turn. Well, it is Bring Your Teddy Bear to Work School Day. Smile. Apparently, if you were the world's biggest Winnie the Pooh fan, I just absolutely scarred your childhood. That was bad. That was awful. Alright. Well, let's get over it by shooting some people. I think I'll play NHL again in the 8 o'clock hour, though. That was fun. Yesterday, I actually played a full-blown, regular hockey game, and I actually had a good time. So, probably do that again. Daily challenges today: stuns, 5 attachments, and smoke grenades. So can't do. That's my biggest pet peeve with daily challenges is when they make the one of the three the same as another one. Like you can't run tacticals and stuns at the same time. Like that frustrates me. I need high alerts and launchers and proc spines. So we'll go here. That's not what I meant to do. I know you can't see this, which I guess I can flip over. No harm in doing that right now. Let's see. So let's make this one. Yeah, that one I haven't unlocked yet. How close am I at? 31. So then can't do that one yet. And this is that new one, right? That was from last season. Ah. Yeah, we'll use this. What the heck? And then sell my 5 attachment. Oh, no, I need a launcher. That's why I was doing it this way. So, need to flip this to high alert. There you go. So we'll go back here. And I'll just make that my regular MP7. Flip on a launcher here. And then proc mines here. Let's roll it out. Let's see. That's not what I meant to do. New shotgun today. Is it in the regular? Oh yeah, look at that. Jack 12. Fully automatic, open bolt shotgun with recoil reducing gas blowback system. Unloads high volumes of lead downrange at a steady rate. You need 3 hip fire kills with shotguns in 7 different matches. Alright, well let's rock and roll. We'll use this one. No, I think Demonize is the one with the flames. That's not what I want. No. There we go. Yeah. I need to add something else to it so that I can... Yeah, there we go. I just need 5 attachments on it. Alright. Hip fire it is. Let's rock and roll. Good call, Calty. Yeah, I did see the update to the playlist before I jumped in, so... I figured there was something different. This is one of my favorite new maps. I just think this map, other than the bridge getting a little cluttered and a lot of people just shooting across it, I do like this one by and large. Though. Alright, it's hip fires.
Here they come. Attack.
Someone's behind me. Oh yeah, and Hofbrew the other day was asking me about coffee. So one of our goals with the show is we want to try coffee from all over the world, honestly. So as we get people, joining in to the community, we're interested in having, people ship us coffee from different places just to try different things. That's a teammate. I almost killed him because I'm on hard.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Okay, that should be 3.
Personal radar drone ready for escort.
Reloading. I need targets. Send recon.
Copy. Falcon 301 route. Personal radar coverage. Enemy at the warehouse.
Yeah, so right now I got... so my wife and I have a very, regular... go-to blend for coffee. Do I still have stims? Nope. I need to throw proximines too. For like our go-to, we're not gonna go get any fancy coffee. We have our go-to blend in that regard. Why was there someone behind me? But ideally, like, we'd like to try some of the best of the best of the best coffees
Enemy personal radar
anywhere.
overhead. Falcon 3-0. Personal radar depleted. Recalling to base.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Enemy precision airstrike. Get down.
Which, by the way, I don't know, Hofbrew, if you were on yesterday's show, so I'm gonna ask you: do you remember what movie? And you might be gone too, by the way. But do you remember what movie the best of the best of the best, sir, came from? And Culty, I don't know if you remember yesterday, if you were here either, but that was one thing I got that quote wrong, which I was kind of ashamed of myself.
Enemy UAV overhead.
It's gonna be really hard to get all my launcher kills
Precision airstrike. Get down.
without knowing where people are. Could really use someone get a UAV.
Enemy UAV overhead.
No, not an enemy UAV. Alright, I'm just gonna run with the shotgun then.
Enemy VTOL in the AO.
Well, I can destroy the VTOL. Yes, like I don't have a radar still, right?
Enemy in the shipping area.
Fair enough. Okay, I hope I get credit for that because it was 7 kills or 7
Enemy at the warehouse.
launcher or 7 equipment destroys, I believe. I'd like credit for both. Oh, he's on the tanks. You can't go right this way, right? Oh, you can. Oh, I was so close.
Radar overhead.
What do I got? What do I got?
Okay, I've set the drop point.
Enemy at the warehouse.
Of course, there's an enemy at the warehouse. It's like all
Enemy VTOL in
this
the
level
AO.
is.
Allied UAV
There we
overhead.
go. UAV time. Oh, he was up there.
Enemy at the warehouse.
Oh, I missed.
Enemy at the junkyard.
I ruined all my UAV time. Lame. Maybe someone over there?
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy at the warehouse. Point. Get moving. Enemy chopper gunner on approach.
Man. We're in a bad place. I don't think we're gonna win this one. It's just not looking good. Bullets everywhere. Well, I got the 3 at least. Yeah, I just don't think this is the right map for a shotgun, though. Unless maybe I had dead silence or something.
Enemy at the warehouse.
Ugh. That was
Enemy
horrible.
at the boiler. Enemy VTOL in the AO.
Yeah, see, like my field upgrades are useless.
Remaining. Almost out of time. Enemy UAV overhead. 30 seconds.
I have no clue where those shots were coming from.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Yeah, we just are getting ruined. That guy shot that door real good, though.
Tomorrow will be different.
Alrighty, not a good game. I don't really think I was well set up. We'll see what the next map is, and then maybe I'll have a chance to do something good there. Alright, what we got? October 14th, 2020. Good morning, 7:44 West Coast time, 10:44 on the East Gaming Morning Show continues on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and a gamingmorningshow.tv. And we mentioned the first hour, Nandi still getting a ton of publicity. LA Times doing a piece now. Here's the headline: Meet the 10-year-old beating Dave Grohl in an epic drum battle. It's been pretty cool. He did a nice, like, rock song. I think he probably had his family, Dave did, backing him up, but it was just a song about Nandi, which was awesome. So, let's see. I think I linked that earlier in the chat, and I'll do it again. Nandi and Dave Grohl. Copy. Paste. Yeah, definitely worth checking out. PlayStation. The inventor of PlayStation, Ken Kutaragi. He's the new CEO of an AI startup called Ascent Robotics. Goal is to make affordable robots that can safely move around and do physical work alongside humans in factories and logistics centers. So I have a feeling that maybe the current robots, like in the Amazon world, are not such. This is from Bloomberg. So I'll share that one out in the chat as well. This was trending on the Twitters this morning as well. Always like to see transitions. Going from one profession to another. Pretty big fan of that. It's kind of fun. Makes me wonder, like, how soon, you know, personal assistant robots and stuff will be mainstream, kind of like Rosie in the Jetsons. Because, you know, there's lots of things that, like, robots can do in houses, but doing one job. Like, is anyone else kind of freaked out about the lawnmower robot? I don't know. That one kind of freaks me out
Enemy
just a
incoming.
touch.
Weapons ready. Grenade out. We are
Man, I tell you what, thermites have the widest swath of any throwable in this game.
enemy at the dumpster.
I can never, like, tiptoe I can never tiptoe a thermite.
I'll give you cover.
Keep your head on a swivel.
It's actually one of the best pre-built liners in this game. I like that. Keep your head on a swivel.
Focus.
I'll have our gaming morning show, morning gaming news, re-news after this game. I got PlayStation update news, both PS5 compatibility. Oh my gosh, why are you just sitting there? Both PS5 compatibility as well as information about today's PlayStation 4 software update. I've just been guessing corners really poorly so far today.
Enemy UAV overhead.
That guy's making me very mad.
The debt is paid.
We have a personal radar drone
I need
ready for
targets.
escort.
Send I'm reloading.
Copy. Falcon 3 en route for personal radar coverage.
Okay, I've set
Allied
the drop point.
UAV overhead. Enemy close to strike. Take cover. Command is ours. Maintain pressure. Friendly care package inbound. Enemy UAV overhead. Falcon 3-0. Personal radar completed. Recalling to base. Enemy at the office. Allied precision airstrike incoming. Beware.
Gotta be close to my proximate kills, right?
Enemy at the office.
Oh, jeez, he scared the crap out of me.
Allied UAV overhead.
I'm gonna die, clown. Oh my gosh, it's 2 teammates I've
Enemy at the
killed in like
center.
4 seconds. I'm so bad. I'm so bad.
Enemy at the office.
I'm actually really surprised how many people don't go through those windows. That's one of my favorite laps to push.
We have taken the lead.
At least I finally killed someone who wasn't on my team. You know? Baby steps, right?
Enemy at the office.
Okay, I've set the drop point.
there two right there? It's weird.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy in the dumpster. Allied UAV overhead.
Okay, I've set the drop point.
Command is out. We have a personal radar drone. Counter UAV ready to deploy.
Ready for counter UAV. Send it in.
Falcon 3-0. Scramble. Cluster strike ready for launch. Our counter UAV deployed.
Killed enough. Reloading.
Allied precision airstrike incoming. Beware.
I need targets. Send recon.
Copy. Falcon 3-0 en route. Personal radar coverage. Personal radar destroyed. We've lost coverage. We're halfway there. Keep going.
That's one down.
Oh, whatever.
Stop it. I'm with you.
Enemy cluster strike. Take cover. One minute remaining. Time is with us. Push to victory. Enemy UAV overhead. Allied precision airstrike incoming. Beware.
I don't know if that's like good team play or if I just don't do,
You're losing control.
or if that's abnormal. Because I just ran into two people
30 seconds.
right next to each other, and I don't see. Oh gosh, I just hit the wrong button that time. I just don't see how that's supposed to work. Like, why would you be standing right next to each other?
You're losing control.
But that could be the right way to play this game because you're teammates. Okay, I keep finding people like on the short side of buildings. It's really just strange. It's alright. I really don't care. I think that I don't like how sucked in I get sometimes to the game because it's not as much fun for the scope of the show. That's why I miss Sean. I want to co-host plus, you know, for every hour of every show, and it's not as much fun. Anyway, it's now 7:56 West Coast time. Yeah, I think I'll play hockey tomorrow, or at this last hour. All right, what do we got? We got gaming morning show, gaming news, morning gaming news, re-news. So there's a lot of news in there. Daily backward compatibility update. We shared that through our Twitter. Well, we share everything through the Twitter as well, but we have it in the chat as well. This has more to do with this from Game Informer. Hashtag video game expert Sean reporting that someone from Game Informer has reported that the Rock Band stuff is going to work with PS5, so that's a win. What else? We had the PS4 system update 8.0, so a more major update than normal. This one had to do with changes to try to unify like messages and party chats and those kind of things. And then we have a COD Bakwa beta change. They made some changes. One that I remember specifically was trying to fix the spy planes because there was spy planes just flying all over the place. There weren't any spy planes because they were just planes and they were in the air, just flying around during the COD Bakwa beta. So that is something there. If you're ever in doubt, just go to Twitter and search hashtag GMS Morning Gaming News, and we put that stuff out there. Really poor asterisk job. Out today, some of our runners up included Vigil, The Longest Night, out for Switch and PC today. Biscuits 3 on PC. It might have 2 T's, or that's a typo. Plague MD is out for PC and Mac. I thought it was Plaque MD, but that of course would be Plaque DDS. And then name of the morning was Churn One Way Trip. Churn One Way Trip, out for Xbox One and PC today. And we did tweet that out as our GMS name of the morning. Thanks to Green Man Gaming and someone else for liking our tweet as well. According to Green Man Gaming on Twitter, big day. We have just launched our first Xbox game and we're feeling even greener than usual. Check out Churn One Way Trip. It's quite cheap and, yes, we might be slightly biased, also quite good. Also compatible with Xbox Series X. So that is our name of the morning. Congratulations, you are now eligible for name of the month, which we'll name at the end of October. 7:59 West Coast time, 10:59 on the East. Next hour, sports. We can play some Google Feud if you want to. I think I'll switch over to NHL 20 and play another hockey game because that was a lot of fun for me yesterday. Plus, I can stop those games really easily and focus on what the chat has saying. Tomorrow, Sean will be with us for the whole day, so that'll be fun because the 2 hosts is better than 1 for sure. All right, I'm Ryan. Thanks for being with us. Wednesday, October 14th, 2020, Gaming Morning Show. Gaming Morning Show continues.
I seem to let it eat me up. You influence my frame of mind. My heart is stuck in a loop of your rhythm and rhyme. I tried to replace you with something new, whilst my body dries, heartbreak along the ground. Dancing about the idea of you, whilst you decide if I belong to lost and found. You know I'm dying to reach out to you. I'm trying but you can't see. You say my calls never come through. Why can't you just hear me? I'm crying 'cause I can't feel you. My heart's sinking to my feet. I'm lying 'cause I can't touch you. Why can't you just hear me? It seems to have impact on me. I feel pain every time you cry. You say you'll be back before I know it. Why'd you always lie? I tried to get on with somebody that's not you. Whilst I hide the pain that sits before my eyes, dreaming about the idea of you. Whilst you decide if I fall or if I fly. You know I'm dying to reach out to you. I'm trying but you can't see. You say my calls never come through. Why can't you just hear me? I'm crying 'cause I can't feel you. My heart's sinking to my feet. I'm lying 'cause I can't touch you. Why can't you just hear me? I'm trying but you can't see. You say my calls never come through. Why can't you just hear me? Why can't you just hear me? I seem to let it eat me up. You influence my frame of mind. My heart is stuck in a loop of your rhythm and right. I try to replace you with something new. Whilst my body drives heartbreak along the ground, dancing about the idea of you. Whilst you decide if I belong to lost and found. You know I'm dying to reach out to you. I'm trying but you can't see. You say my calls never come through. Why can't you just hear me? I'm crying 'cause I can't feel you. My heart's sinking to my feet. I'm lying 'cause I can't touch you. Why can't you just
Morning Gamer, Gaming Morning Show continues now 8:07 West Coast time. Thanks for being with us wherever you may be. I did a little housekeeping in between breaks, so I need to now update my titles, which is what I was planning to do during the break. I got more coffee though, so that's a win. Alright, gonna do hockey. NHL 20. It is hashtag bring your teddy bear to work school day. I've mentioned this a couple times, but a far easier endeavor than it used to be when we actually had, school, and many who didn't used to work from home now working from home. So if you wanted to bring your teddy bear to work today, it might be easier than it used to be. You should definitely show off your teddy bear or other security item. Right now, if you're asking me what my security item is, it is my sweatshirt that I got, the purple Nike thing that I've been rocking around. Purple just makes me feel in a better mood. Best color out there. Which also, I think someone mentioned this in the chat, it's the color of royalty, which, look at me, right? I'm a king, damn it. I don't know. So Culty brought up My Pet Monster, which was a really cool 80s, 90s toy. As much as things have gone retro as of late, I'm kind of surprised My Pet Monster hasn't made a comeback, because that thing was awesome. I was a big fan of My Pet Monster. I think I wanted one, and then I just kind of got stuck with a My Buddy doll. That thing was stupid terrifying. We asked my parents to hide the damn thing because it was terrifying, and so they put it down in the basement, but instead of all the way in the basement, which I don't even think this was probably the largest house we ever owned. I don't think I ever went into the basement. I mean, I was like 5 and 6 years old, so there was really no reason for me to go down to the basement. But yeah. Huh. Interesting. Sorry, I'm getting the game set up. Yeah, I don't think I ever went down to that basement. And again, there was no reason for me to. The basement was terrifying, so there's no reason to go down to the basement. But that My Pet Monster was a pretty awesome thing. So yeah, what is your security item nowadays? Or what was your security item? We've had everything from the My Pet Monster, blankets. Sean's mom made his baby blanket into like a actual adult quilt later in life, which was pretty awesome. I used to have like this really cool yellow knit blanket with like a satin border, which was pretty awesome. I was a big fan of that when I was a kid. Got me through my first summer camp, damn it. So yeah, I told my daughter to bring her favorite stuffed animal onto the video school today and say I saw this topic on the super popular Gaming Morning Show. Let's see, what else got going on? Dave Grohl and Nandi still continue to battle on the drums. No. Sometimes the passing on this game drives me absolutely bonkers. Is that what they're calling him? That's offside, yeah. Let's see what else we got. PlayStation's inventor making new robots. Oh, we got sports coming up later this hour. Did you watch Titans Bills last night? I heard that the Titans were just nuts. Ryan Tannehill apparently was just nuts. Trying to think of what else I remember. I saw Derrick Henry had a gigantic forearm. Or stiff arm, excuse me. He probably has a gigantic forearm as well. But in this instance, the thing that made the highlight was... Oh, that's called icing. Boo. Disagree. Politely disagree. So that was pretty awesome. Let's see, we're trying to think what else. PSAT is trending. And that's the thing. I don't remember any... Oh, deflection goal. Boo. I don't remember any high school tests whatsoever. Oh yeah, and then should I watch The Crown? That's the other thing too. Is Crown season 4 trailer? So I didn't realize The Crown had Princess Di and Prince Charles in it. But apparently that's going to be kind of the primary focus of season 4. Oh, and Gillian Anderson from X-Files is going to play Margaret Thatcher. That's so cool.
Calgary's got it in the neutral zone. Puck dumped in. Scooped up along the wall by Myers. Puck grabbed by Sanheim.
Yeah, way to keep it in.
Got a hold of it along the wall. Through the offensive zone and behind the net now.
Why aren't you passing?
Moves it around along the half wall. That's blocked. Puck scooped up
Man,
on the
I apparently am not holding my R2 as long as I'm supposed to.
along the boards.
Oh, nice steal. Oh, Majipani.
Gain control of the puck against the wall. Gets the puck back onto his stick. Great heads-up play by the defender. Calgary's got the puck. Grabs control of it at the point.
Oh, that should have been a goal. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Has anyone watched The Crown? Because if that's something worthwhile, I totally would check it out.
Closer to the midway mark of the period. We got a 1-0
I'm concerned I'm not going to be able to watch it long.
Grant's won the face-off.
Like it just seems like the episodes are going to be too long.
Handles it again. Lowers the boom with that hit. Takes a shot. Big chest save as he gobbled that one up with the trapper.
Lucic has made this part of his game. He levels his opponent here.
I did. I really did go after him. That's funny.
Nice start winning the draw here inside the offensive zone. And now he moves it quickly to Grant. The Flames have it behind the cage.
That's icing.
Here's a race for the loose puck.
Oh, we caught up to it.
Burst to speed. They're going to wave off icing here, Ray.
Really good effort to go all the way down to get to the puck.
Philadelphia's got a hold of it against the wall. Here's a short pass to Braun. Sends the pass over. Here's a blast. Oh, absolutely owns the crease tonight. And icing waved off on this one.
Really good hustle to get up the ice and beat the defender to the puck.
Slides it over with pace to Pitlick.
That's a bad turnover.
Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone.
Okay, why is it that when I don't want to pass it,
Shot with the stop. Grabbed along the boards by Brody. A chance in front. And a stick in the lane ends that threat. Whiffs on that. And he regains control of the puck. Grant's picking up steam. And the play continues. Taken by Brody. And he gets the puck right back.
no, see, like I wanted to hit Bennett on the fly there, and I don't understand why that's not happening. Keep it. Yeah.
We got a penalty coming up.
Oh crap! I tripped him.
Stoppage of play. Let's see what the officials say.
I need a teddy bear.
Getting called for tripping.
His stick gets in between his feet, and when the player goes down, the penalty.
I really don't remember any specific stuffed animals growing up either. Like I do know that I had that blanket, like I said, but I don't remember having a specific.
At the very least, you want to make sure
Like I have a lot of Bronco stuff, and there's some like all the kid pictures that I'm, in when I was a kid. A lot of Bronco stuff. Like I have the helmet that I had from like my very first football uniform set. So I remember that.
Won the draw. Grips it and rips it.
And I also do remember that one of my relatives gave me a Pittsburgh Steelers plush doll that I kept for a long time. I've since either given it away or it's still in my dad's house. But that was someone's attempt to try to get me into football early on.
the shooter's right in the guts of the ice, but the goalie
That was a
squares
dumb.
up, spreads out, and makes the save.
And that one's turned
I just try not to keep having frozen pucks because I really want to just keep playing. But I don't remember anything like teddy bear wise or anything along those lines. I'm sure I had them for sure. I just don't remember them. Hoffer still has them. Yeah, see, and I think that's kind of fun. You still have the animals from back in the day. Oh, this could be a big deal. Nice Jankowski. just don't understand sometimes what I'm doing wrong.
Moves the puck inside the offensive zone. Here's a chance to clear the defensive zone, and they do just that.
I thought they did a pretty good job there, James. That's a time you can get yourself running around in the zone. They didn't get there.
And he slides it quickly to Konechny.
Yeah, that's seriously what it feels like. Is every time that I go to try to shoot, I pass, and every time I want to shoot, or every time I want to pass, I shoot.
Philadelphia's been the better team here in this first period. More shots.
I am so impressed.
Just a better
I talked about this yesterday with Nintendo, who was in the stream. Yeah, I haven't played many Madden games as of late. See, I wanted to pass that to my right, or to my left, excuse me.
Taken along the wall by Forward. Puck picked up by Mangiapane. Intercepts it at center. Great chance in front. He scores. How's that to close things out?
Wow, what a great
Man, that sucks.
goal. I mean, you're happy when you score any time, but so late in the period now you can carry momentum over the intermission.
Clearly, I'm not very good at this game.
That's a
Want to point that out.
goal right there. That puck is on and off his stick in a hurry. He's so tight to the net. He has to get rid of it before the goalie can readjust.
Oh yeah, so the commentary is just so spot on now with these games. Like it legitimately feels like you're watching a real broadcast. So I'm pretty impressed.
Here in this first.
They earned it too, James. They have most of the pucks on goal. They've had the puck in possession.
All right, let's see what we can do
Second goal.
better.
First period comes to a conclusion. The rink fairly tilted to one side after the first 20.
I can't believe hockey's going to start again. That is one of the things about the pandemic spreading out the season with the hockey and NBA bubbles is you're going to have the next season starting so quickly. Yeah, I don't want to do anything there. I don't know anything about that.
Second period.
To our union and the hope that it provides.
Here we go. Middle frame now.
Clearly, I
underway.
need to work on my face-off skills too.
Your assessment of the game to this point.
Riddick's likely the only reason that they're still in this game. He was fantastic in a busy first period.
And that goes off a player in front. Philadelphia's got the puck here in the open ice. Into the offensive zone. Voracek's got it along the wing. Oh, that gets a piece of the stick.
Oh, you're not going to get a better chance than that, but the goalkeeper does a great job.
If you're interested in playing Google Feud, hit me up in the chat. We can. We'll just need your help because we can pause this at any point. We can do Google Feud here in the next 4 minutes or so.
Couturier's won the draw here in the offensive zone.
Oh, jeez. Someone. Oh, gosh.
Somehow the shooter got loose in the slot, but the goaltender's equal to the task. That's a good save.
There we go. It's the best pass of the morning so far.
The boards. Here's a chance out front. He scores.
Goal, James.
Oh, he's going to...
Immediately. The official didn't take any time, making sure everybody in the building knows this isn't going to count.
Why not? Was I in the crease? Boo. I politely disagree.
Play set to resume, and you can.
Is there a challenge? Nope.
Either still frustrated by that non-goal call. Hayes wins it in the neutral zone. Takes it
Yeah,
across
because
the
all I'm really
line.
getting is...
Receives the pass. Fantastic save. Moves the puck. And as he opts to freeze the puck, we get a whistle.
Starting to look like a little bit of a fire drill in the zone, so this is a good
So if anytime that you're behind, Hofproof, if we tested that, and you were only 11 seconds back from that one test, just restart your Twitch. Close it out and just reopen the stream, or if you follow anyone else, just switch to their stream and then switch back to ours. And that should put you back as live as possible, because, I mean, based on what you were doing earlier with the 11-second delay or so, like, that's not bad at all. So yeah, if you want to play Google Feud, let us know in the chat, and we will play. If you haven't played Google Feud before, it's basically we pull up a Google autocomplete phrase, and then we take our best stabs at it. So you can help us out. And then we also work on getting interviews. So the biggest thing that we want to have is more interviews on the show between the 7:20 and 8:20 time frames. So yeah, if you want to play Google Feud, let us know. We'd love to play. Oh, that actually makes sense. Yes, that's completely understandable. That's gonna be icing.
And the linesman calls icing on the play.
Well, we appreciate you being here.
Philadelphia's message going into this one when we talked to them at the morning skate was to get a lot of pucks on net. They've done just that, and they lead as a result.
Oh, okay. Now that I see why I'm losing all these face-offs. I'm doing that wrong, too. The problem I had with this game is I downloaded it in part because I wanted to have a game that I could play hanging out with the kids, because they enjoy watching. And with the PlayStation 5, I'm planning to get a second controller so that they can play with me. That was a pretty good shot attempt, actually. Although I guess we now have a wired controller, so they could probably play this too.
Hope you're enjoying this one. 2-0 is the score. Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Brings the puck into the offensive end now. They fight for it along the boards. Picked up along the boards by Gustafson. Trying to get it
No.
down the ice, and he moves the puck across the goal line out of the defensive zone.
I think I just got to move at like a little bit of a slower pace.
Possession along the boards.
See?
Gets it out of
Oh, he was trying to make a change.
Niskanen's got it in the offensive zone. Quick pass to Hang. That's off a stick. Shuts him down.
Pretty efficient save there. The goalie helps the D-man out by putting the rebound in the corner.
Calgary's got the puck along the boards and manages to clear the zone. Pulls the puck at the line. Fires one. Stopped by the
Cover.
goaltender. The Flyers are checking all the boxes tonight. More shots, more goals, and they lead in the second. And momentum on their side as they win the he scores. Well, when it rains, it pours.
Man, we are getting demolished.
Now as they get 3 straight, really a dominating performance. You hope this play will work like this. You get a face-off win. It's a quick shot, and it beats the goaltender.
Philadelphia's offensive surge continues here in the second.
This is a tidal wave. They have swept right over top of them tonight. It's not even close.
Puck grab by Braun. With possession along the wall. Calgary's got it behind the net. Here's a chance to move the puck outside the zone. Centering pass, and that one's broken up. Jankowski's got it across the line. Philadelphia's got a hold of it along the wall. Slides it diagonally to Giroux. Play is blown dead. We've got a penalty on the way.
Yep. Cross check.
Bennett's going off.
Or roughing, excuse me.
Sometimes you get caught in the wrong spot on the ice. He
Yeah, no, I.
interferes with the other
Oh,
player.
interferes. Okay.
Wrong place, wrong time. You're right on that one, Ray.
Yeah, I actually felt like that was going to be a penalty.
Power play unit right back out.
The best power plays are the ones that are successful after they've failed. They haven't been very good
Wow.
Not let it affect the current power play.
That's taken away. Great defensive effort there. Pokes it away here in the neutral zone. The Flames gain possession along the wall. Slides it across.
Oh, that was so
Handles
close.
the pass from his goalie. Through the neutral zone, moving the puck along the side. And he's taken down. The official's arm signaling for a penalty. Official blows the whistle. Let's see what the call is. We got a minor penalty coming.
We're having a party in the penalty box, eh?
Gonna be made. You can see the play develop, and now they're gonna have to serve 2 minutes.
We're fine.
Slide into the
Everything's
face-off zone,
fine.
and a huge 5-on-3 power play looms. Offense's own face-off, and he wins the draw.
Biggest problem a 5-on-3 power play has is that everybody realizes what a great advantage it is. So everybody
Oh my gosh.
to shoot the puck. Nothing happens when the puck
It's just so frustrating when your own people get in your way.
Philadelphia's been an impressive club to watch tonight, especially offensively, as they lead big here late in the second. The frozen biscuits dropped, and we are back underway here. The Flyers have it in the offensive zone. Stopped by the goaltender.
Yeah, he's right in front of the puck too.
I gotta figure out how to do the
Puck's gonna squeak through.
like lift pass. Like he bit him.
Philadelphia's been dominating on all
Oh, that's
ends of the
funny.
ice, especially offensively here late in the second. Nice start winning the draw here inside the offensive zone. And now it's over to
Oh my gosh, get out of my way.
Big jam in front blocks the shot. Big save by the goaltender once again.
He worked hard to find the puck, but it's also because he's in great position.
Gets it out of his own end. That's set in deep. Philadelphia's got a hold of it against the wall. Over the line they come. From in close. Stick save.
One of the things he was working on is trying to control where the puck goes after he stops it. The corner is a pretty safe place.
And nothing doing with the goaltender there.
That's really good strength by the goaltender as they quickly get over to the side.
All right.
Right tucked up against the post to make
Go into the third period.
There's the
Down 3-0.
period. They threw everything but the
Not
kitchen
going
sink,
good.
But they've run out of time. Third period just around the corner. Ray and I will be ready to bring all the action in moments. And we are just moments away from the start of the third period.
Hope your workday is going good though, Hofbrew.
Third period underway here. This has been a total.
No, I didn't want to go backwards, dude.
Back down at ice level. Ray, 40 minutes played so far. What's been your assessment of this tilt?
Philadelphia's focus now is just lock down this game. Comfortable lead. They've been terrific through 40 minutes. Don't give it away now.
Good defensive stop with the poke check. Picked up along the wall by Goudreau. Philadelphia's got the puck along the wall. Lets it go, and he makes the save. Deep inside the defensive end, still trying to clear. Quick feed to Niskanen. And the officials are calling.
I gotta quit using that button. That button, all it's doing is making me trip people.
And let's see what the call is. Goudreau's been nabbed for tripping.
I always found this a frustrating penalty to take. There's really no aggression to it. You're trying to steal the puck, but you end up clipping the guy down.
That's exactly what happened, damn it.
Another chance here on the man advantage.
The power play can be so frustrating when you get an opportunity and it doesn't go well. You start to press pretty quickly into it. Now's the time to relax, readjust, and attack again.
Puts it on net, off a stick. Stopped by the goaltender.
Sometimes you're in close, there's no room to put it anywhere. The goalie smothered it all.
Moves it to Niskanen. Calgary's got it now. The Flyers have it against the wall. Slides the puck over. Van Riemsdyk's got it against the boards. Way too much congestion blocks that. There's the whistle. Offside is the
Yep, good
call,
clear, good clear.
stopping the play. Philadelphia's been a dominant force offensively. Plenty of quality scoring opportunities.
Oops, that was win.
Big time
That's not what I meant to do.
early.
I didn't mean to do that at all.
Resumes as the puck is dropped.
Oopsie.
Moves it around along the half wall. Puts it to the front of the net. Too much congestion.
5-on-5.
Get one on the power play here. They still have a comfortable lead. The one thing you don't want to do is give up a short-handed goal. Maybe that sparks the other team a little bit.
Moves it quickly over to Brody. Giordano's got it in the defensive end. Fires it into the offensive zone. Puck scooped up by Voracek. Through center along the wing. Calgary's got the puck in their own end.
That was not what I wanted to do.
Something happen in the offensive zone. Rips it from the blue line.
Okay, make a change. Make a change. Don't you know things can change? Things can go your way.
Laying a pounding on the opposition tonight, generating numerous scoring chances and converting on what feels like almost all of them. From the point, they take control of it. The lane was plugged up and that shot's blocked. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Good defensive effort to poke it away. Up along the wing. The Flyers have a hold of it in the defensive zone. Grant's carrying it ahead. And forces a huge turnover here with the steal. Sends a pass over.
Oh, that should have gone in. So close, yet so far.
Philadelphia showing no signs of
Sports!
slowing down here in this third period of
After this
big
game.
time. Puck is dropped and we are back underway. Pitlick's gaining momentum. Forces the turnover in the neutral zone. From the point, looks to make something happen. Centering pass in front, and that's picked off. Rappel's got it in the offensive end. Gets that puck back on a stick. Myers plays it against the boards. Calgary's got control of it
Go.
now from their own
Go,
end.
Lucic.
Move to the middle. Wrist shot from the slot. Just misses.
Not going to get many better chances from that. Dead
That was a
center
great
from the
look.
slot.
Gets the puck in deep. Calgary's gained possession along the boards. Feeds it to Gustafson. Philadelphia's got it in the neutral zone. Along the half wall with the puck. Unleashes a cannon. Oh, what a stop. The Flames gain control of the puck against the wall. And manages to clear the zone. Nice pass. Oh, it comes up with nothing on the play. Here's an opportunity to clear the zone. And clearing attempt is a big success on that play. Settles things down and gets control of it once again. And here's a shot. Nice save off the tender's pad. Philadelphia's put in one of their most complete efforts that we have seen in quite some time, up big time late in this third. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone.
Clear it, clear it.
Denies him with the save. Gets it
Nice
out of his
pass
own
up.
end. Taken by Hag. Coughs it up on the play. Scooped up along the wall by Hag. Takes the feed. Turns it away on the slap shot. Calgary's got the puck along the boards. The Flyers grab possession of the puck. Denies him in front.
I didn't want you to freeze it, man. Focus up, brah. Yeah, under a minute left. Not looking good.
Philadelphia's up big time here in the late stages.
I
of
think
this
the
period.
Flames needed to have
Take possession here inside the offensive
the teddy
zone.
bears. That's another place, you know, that teddy bears come up quite a bit is in hockey. So they always do, a lot of hockey teams will do a teddy bear toss. And so you have in the, between like the second and third period, they'll fill up the ice with people donating teddy bears for gifts during like the holiday season. And that's kind of a neat little promotion that people do too.
Carries the puck through the neutral zone.
That had to hurt. Ow.
Philadelphia's got a hold of it against the
Yeah,
wall.
another trip.
Officials blowing
I'm really good at tripping. If tripping was the name of this game, I would be killing it. Just absolutely killing it. Good news, we're 23 seconds away from sports. So I'll have that coming up. We'll be back tomorrow, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time, or Monday through Friday on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv.
Ryan's won it in their own end. Brody's got the puck in his own defensive effort and makes the save.
Now, by being in the right position, James, he gets so tight to the shooter, there's nowhere for the puck to go.
I was gonna say we're gonna get scored on right at the end of the period again. Ball game. We got ruined there. All right, we tried. We really did. We gave it our best shot, and we got our butts kicked. That's Gaming Morning Show. Thanks for being with us. I am Ryan. 8:39 Pacific time, almost 12 noon on the East Coast. It's time for sports. All right, let's give you the headlines. I mentioned yesterday the Titans just demolished the Bills. I don't even know if that's on my sports rundown because it was just such a bad game. Yeah, I don't even have it. I think what was the final? 42-17. Did you watch the Bills-Titans game last night? Yeah, it was a demolishing. Holy cow. 42-16. There have been so many different scores, which, by the way, I don't know if you follow Scoregami on Twitter, but if you don't, you should, because Scoregami is great. It keeps track of different combinations of scores. I don't know if it's just football or not. Let me see if I can find it. Scoregami. That's not it. Tracking the chances that NFL games finish with a score that's never happened before. Yep, yesterday 42-16 has never happened before. Scoregami, 1,058th unique final score in NFL history. That's kind of crazy. So they even track the chances that the game will end up in a Scoregami. The last Scoregami prior to yesterday's Tennessee-Buffalo game. Yeah, they... Oh, I see. Okay, so like the Chargers-Saints game from Monday night, they were tracking that, and was 20-13 in the fourth quarter, and it said, you know, there was a 0.54% chance, so very low, and ending in Scoregami, and then it gives most likely, which is things like 36-23 is what it would likely end up in. Oh, and so like the Giants-Dallas game was 37-34, no Scoregami. That score has happened 30 times before, most recently in 2018. But they have had like a lot of the games that have been ending in 19s, like a 19-7 or a 23-19, like those kind of games have not happened in the past. Wasn't 23-19 the code for Monsters Inc? We got a 23-19! 23-19! I can't remember, to be honest with you. Anyway, so I don't have that in my rundown, but 42-16, Titans beat the Bills. Bills no longer undefeated. Titans remain undefeated. And so what are we down to? The Seahawks, the Titans, I think the Steelers are undefeated. Packers are undefeated, right? Packers haven't lost yet, right? I like how I'm looking at you and being like, right? This hasn't happened, and then I could easily just push a button and figure this out. Yeah, so Steelers 4-0, Titans 4-0. That's the AFC teams. 4-0 Packers, 5-0 Seahawks. There you go. Yeah, there you go. So 4 undefeated teams left. How about them apples? NFL taking new steps to combat the spread of coronavirus. They are doing a PCR testing on game days. They have masks and walkthroughs. They're now mandatory. Play callers will be permitted to wear face shields in lieu of masks on the sideline. What else? Updated protocols. Sent to teams Monday night also require anyone identified as high-risk, close contact to be isolated and not permitted to return to the team's facility for at least 5 days. So those are some of the changes the NFL's making. I don't know if it's going to work. I also don't understand what the line of thinking was before those changes, right? Because clearly whatever they were trying was just not working, right? Or were they not trying hard enough from the get-go? I just don't understand fully. Number 10, Florida has paused all team activities from college football because they've had, quote, an increase in positive COVID tests among players. So their game coming up this Saturday, I think they're playing LSU. It's kind of in question now. And speaking of LSU, New Orleans has started discussions with LSU about holding future Saints home games at Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. This is according to the Associated Press. And I don't understand why. It says the Saints have played 3 of their 8 games at the Superdome, but there's been no fans. Is Baton Rouge able to have fans? And maybe that's what they're thinking? I don't know what the line of thinking there is. If someone knows in the chat, let me know, because maybe there's something I missed. New York Jets got rid of Le'Veon Bell. That's kind of nuts. Here's a quote from statement from Joe Douglas, the general manager. They made the move. There were several conversations with Bell about getting rid of him via trade, and instead they've just released him. I mean, that was a very disappointing time in New York for Le'Veon Bell, and that was after all the holdout for the Steelers and all that stuff. Clayton Kershaw scratched from the start yesterday in the second game of the series NLCS against the Braves. Braves win 8-7. Now Braves up 2-0 in their series. Tampa Bay up 3-0 against the Astros as they beat Houston 5-2 yesterday. And Cristiano Ronaldo is the latest to test positive for coronavirus in the soccer world. Portuguese Soccer Federation said Ronaldo was doing well and has no symptoms. He tested positive while with his country's national team. All right, there you go. There you go. That's your sports. It's Bring Your Teddy Bear to Work School Day. We're asking you about what your favorite security item was when you were a kid. I do have a trivia question that I can share in the chat if you want. So just you can put anything in the chat. I really don't care, and I will share a trivia question you can answer. PlayStation inventor doing now robots. I like this strategy. Is trying to make affordable robots that can be moved around like facilities. So if you were at Amazon warehouse, trying to make robots that would actually kind of work with the humans in those facilities, try to make them kind of less of an obstacle, which I thought was kind of cool. So Dave Grohl still battling with Nandi, the 10-year-old drumming sensation. All right, I haven't been playing Apex on stream because I haven't been able to focus playing Apex on stream. But honestly, it's a pretty quiet Wednesday in the 8 o'clock hour. Just so you know, what we're definitely not focused on playing games. It's just that I also don't really want to be a solo host, and so on the days that I am solo hosting, I'm thinking about just naming the final hour the gaming hour, and concentrating on playing games. But if people are active, like Hofbrew, I know he wants to talk, and he's got lots of work. That's R3 Blitz. I'll check out your stream. I don't need to do a follow for follow, but I'd be happy to check out your stream. We're on Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time, too. And part of so this is kind of where I was going with this. Like, this is not a gaming stream, right? This is a morning show, kind of like you used to maybe have on your morning radio station, but we do play games instead of playing music. And so nice thing about that is we've talked, in fact today we shared links to some of our favorite YouTube videos. So I'm gonna go try to help these guys out. Where's he at? Oh, geez, we got 2. We tried. We sure did try. Blitz, are you a Apex streamer? We're gone, right? Oh, no, he's still alive. I also prefer Loba. So I'm not great at Apex. And never have been, to be honest. I really like this game a lot. Was never great, but I started playing with Loba because the one thing that's better for me... I need to switch to the other guy. There we go. The thing that's better for me in Call of Duty is getting the weapons that you want and getting the loadouts that you want. And with Loba, you can kind of build your own loadout because she can do the little stick thing. This guy has no clue he's there. Oh no, my guy didn't know he was there. That's funny. Oh, we tried our best. Yeah, you don't have to follow the stream unless you want to. I mean, that's the thing. And Sean will be back for the whole show tomorrow, which is always fun. But yeah, I think we're gonna put up a label like right above my little, imagine this was in the game, but right here, I'll put up like a gaming hour thing because when I get sucked into Apex, unless you jump in and start talking to me, I probably will just keep recycling through some of the stuff that we talked about in the first couple hours. We did our name of the morning, which this game kind of looks fun, actually. I'm going to see if we can get them on. Re-churn one-way trip out today for Xbox One and PC. Re-churn one-way trip. I think they were already out for PC, but they're out for Xbox One now. It kind of looks like a fun game. Green Man Gaming on Twitter is how you can follow them. And so that goes back to... the idea of follow for follow. I mean, if you want us to check out your stream, I'd be happy to, because then if we can promote you and help people watch you, that's kind of where this show can be at its best, is promoting other streamers. So today's Usher's birthday, so happy birthday, Usher. As you can see this on our Twitter feed at WatchGMS, I pulled out in the first hour a recollection of the year that The Faculty came out. Do you remember that movie, The Faculty? It had Jordana Brewster, who was also in Fast and Furious, and it had Usher in it. He turned 42 today. And admittedly, I didn't realize that Usher's real name is Usher. I thought Usher was like a stage name. But Usher Raymond, 42 years old today. Let's see. Stacy Keibler, 41. I think she's a wrestler. Oh, this guy. Did I just throw that over the top? Wow. What a trajectory. Oh, this is not good. Nope, that's a wall. Oh, at least there's some weapons. Oh, God. I just fell on top of him. That sucks. The one good thing about playing Apex is if I do get shot, then I can talk to you and concentrate. Jay Farrow of SNL has a birthday today, 33 years old today. Oh, and I meant to mention this in the first hour when we did birthdays. If you don't know, we do birthdays in the first hour, 6:55 usually. So if you have a birthday to celebrate, you can let us know. But way to sit in the corner. Get the armor. Get the armor. Get the armor. Get the armor. Good job. Conchata Farrell died from 2.5 Men, which I didn't watch a ton of 2.5 Men. It's a show that I'm less interested in than Big Bang Theory, but I've seen in the same vein as Big Bang Theory, which is I've seen it from reruns that are on, TNT or something like that, TBS, wherever you would see those things. So I have seen it through that means, but she died at 77 years old, and it was pretty cool to see Twitter because a whole bunch of people, Chuck Lorre, who made 2.5 Men, and then Charlie Sheen, obviously, who's, had the troubled tenure whilst being the star of 2.5 Men. They all kind of had tributes. But she was the housekeeper in that show. Is 2.5 Men still on? I think it is, right? I mean, it's not Charlie Sheen, clearly, but... It was Ashton Kutcher who replaced him. Oh yeah, you're fine. I know that this guy thinks I'm trying to be annoying. I was just trying to remark it for him. I do like in Apex, since I started playing this game, they've seemingly added a lot more respawn beacons. And the best thing that they've added is the mobile respawn, so that if you do get into a late game situation, you can have one that you can just throw down anywhere. Because I'm a pretty big fan of Call of Duty's buyback system. In late in games, you can still buy back somebody. So, where did she ping? It also seemed like they made that faster too. The drop out of the respawn ship looks like it's gotten a little bit faster too. Helps you get to the ground as fast as possible. But man, picking up items off the ground is way slower than in Call of Duty. Ooh, a triple take. I'm on board. No, I want that.
Just what I needed. Yes.
Okay. I need a shield.
I feel good about this care package. Shall we?
I don't have anything I don't need, right? Gosh, I'm like not steering the ship very well. I don't know where they are. Can you ping them? Thank you. Oh, he's right there. I didn't see the guy who was still alive. Oh my gosh. If he had let me know where the enemies were earlier, I could have helped. I couldn't figure out where he was getting shot from. That's my bad. All right, we're going to call it a wraps on today's show. We'll be back 6 to 9 a.m. tomorrow. Full show with both Sean and me, which is awesome. You can follow us, Watch GMS on Twitter. He is sports.gaming. I am Hefty Goof. Matches the name on the PlayStation. It's been a lot of fun. Hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday. We will see you again tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out in the first hour. Thanks for telling us all about your teddy bears. And my pet monster. That was the highlight of my show today from Culty Vibes. So big thanks to him. All right, we'll see you again tomorrow, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific Time, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Make sure that, tell people if you bring the teddy bear to work and or school that you saw it on the ever-popular Gaming Morning Show. See you later, guys.